Hello, welcome to the On Repeat Pod with Amara Joe. I'm Amara Joe, and my artist name is Little Sailboat, which is the name I release music under. So if you want to look up my music and see if you like it, you can find it on places like Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. Just look up Little Sailboat and you will find my music. But this is a podcast slash video pod. It's not like an official podcast yet because it's not like on all the platforms. It's just YouTube. It's really a YouTube series at this point. But we're rolling, you know. We're making it happen. So I recorded my last episode pretty late in the month last month because I had like a crazy start to the month, but I decided to get back into the groove of doing this the first weekend of the month. And so I normally was doing Sundays, but because I have improv performances every Sunday this summer, I thought it might be easier to just say the first weekend of the month. And then maybe in September, I'll go back to it being Sundays. But anyway, logistics. Yeah, so basically what this series is I go through my actual on repeat playlist on Spotify, like the stuff that I'm repeating, and talk it through with you guys, why I like it, what I know about the artists, and all of that. And I apologize, but I don't really have like an official place to record this, and so you're gonna hear things like my refrigerator and the air conditioning, and like my apartment make noise. My apartment makes noises, so you might hear that every now and then. But yeah, should we get started? Let's get started. One of the main reasons I felt comfortable doing this at the beginning of the month, even though we just did an episode a couple of weeks ago, is because I finally listened to the full RAYE album, the full 21st Century Blues album. Guys, I loved it. I loved the whole album, and a lot of the songs ended up in the on repeat playlist. And so I'm like, all right, this seems like a good time to do the next episode because it's filled with RAYE music right now. And so for those of you who don't know who RAYE is is, oh gosh, is she a British artist? I should probably look these things up, huh? Yes, she's a British singer-songwriter, and she just like blew up like a year or so ago because of this album. But the songs that I fell in love with first, I fell in love with Escapism first, and it was because I saw her perform it on SNL, and that really was my introduction to RAYE, was on SNL. And then I was listening to Escapism over and over and over and over again. It was like my top song, or one of my top songs of last year, and I just never listened to the whole album. And then she performed Oscar-winning Tears at the Grammys, and I was like, Amara, she's your kind of artist. She writes music that you like. You should listen to the album. And then I still didn't listen to the album for a super long time until recently, and I just, oh my goodness, I love the whole thing. And to start, the number one song on my on repeat pod playlist this month is Hard Out Here by RAYE, and it's the first song. I believe it's the first song. So there's an introduction. Oh nope, not the first song. So the my 21st Century Blues, it starts with an introduction. It goes into Oscar-winning Tears, which has been on my on repeat playlist for a very long time now, and then it goes into Hard Out Here, which is the top song on my on repeat playlist right now. And I think, so I wanted to tell you guys a story about why I think RAYE's album connects with me as much as it does, because Heart Out Here in particular is a song about people not believing in her as an artist and kind of just putting her on the shelf and not thinking she could be anything big or great. And then she's like, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And then she does. And the song itself, I'm a little emo. Like just musically, like I love songs that just like have all the big feelings. Like I love big feelings in music and in art. And Heart Out Here has definitely got a lot of big feelings in it. And I think the reason why I connect with it personally is because as a musician, as an artist, I have been writing music for over 15 years now. And when I was first starting out, I was doing anything to try to get attention and try to get my music out there. And I got scammed a couple of times. And so in my early 20s in particular, I had one thing I did where I saw, I probably Googled it or something. Like I was looking for ways for me to showcase my music and find like a manager or something. And I came across this company or whatever that was doing showcases. And here's the thing, any musician or artist out there, I just want to warn you, because I learned the hard way, if they're asking for money in exchange for exposure, oh, no. Go, like, run the other way. Because what happened to me is I found this site, and basically what they were promising is like, pay this much money and then you can come do a showcase in front of a panel of potential managers, and then they'll want to sign you, and your music career will take off. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like that's what I gotta do. I gotta find a manager. So I paid the money, and the showcase was in Nashville. I live in Minnesota, and at the time I'm in my early 20s, and I'd never traveled alone before. Like I had traveled to like via airplane to be picked up by somebody alone, but like I'd never done a trip alone before. And so I'm in my early 20s, and I just like didn't feel comfortable even like booking a hotel or anything. And so what I did is I booked a Greyhound from Minnesota to Nashville. And I didn't even bring my guitar because I was like, well, it's Nashville, I can probably like rent a guitar there or something. And so I take the Greyhounds. I have like my dress that I was gonna wear for the showcase in my bag, and I wear comfortable clothing and on the bus, and I take the bus, and it stops in Indianapolis for a little bit, and then I get on another bus and then go to Nashville. And then from Nashville, I get off the bus there and I go into the bathroom, and I literally get into the dress that I was gonna wear for the showcase and put makeup on in the bathroom. And then I catch a ride to the place where the showcase was gonna be at, and I rent a guitar, and then I do the showcase. And one of the people that this company said was gonna be there was Bono's manager. Like, they didn't even give me his name. They just were like, yeah, Bono's manager is gonna be there. And I remember trying to look it up when I was younger. I tried to look it up, and I had no way of tracking down who Bono's manager was, like who his name was and like who it was. And so I had no idea if the person sitting across from me was Bono's manager or not. But like my young brain was like, oh my gosh. And so I did the showcase. I'm pretty sure I performed To the Water, which is a song of mine that you can still find on my YouTube channel and that I've recorded, and you can find on like Spotify and Apple too. And so I performed To the Water, and I feel like I might have performed one other song, though it might have just been one song. So I performed it, and then I was like, okay, I did it. And then there were a couple other people that performed too. And I just remember afterwards, everyone ignored me. Like, I got off and I was ready to like talk to people and be like, what do you think? Who wants to sign me? And no eye contact, like nobody was talking to me. I tried to like go up to talk to people and like nobody would interact with me, and it was so confusing. And then I remember talking to the showcase manager when it was all wrapping up, and he was like, oh yeah, like if they're interested they'll reach out to you. And I was gonna go to the Bluebird Cafe. What was the name of the place where Taylor Swift got discovered? Bluebird Cafe, yeah. So the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, I was gonna go there because I heard Taylor Swift got discovered there, and I was just gonna go, and the person in charge of the showcase was like, oh no, you don't want to go there, you should go to this burger place instead, like that's where everybody goes. And I was like, okay. And so then I go to this burger place, and I just vividly remember sitting outside at this burger place alone in my fancy dress, and there were like flies everywhere and coming at my burger, and it was just, I was miserable, and I was so mad because like I didn't even book a hotel that night. I was going straight from dinner to the Greyhound to go back to Minnesota. And so I ate my burger, I caught a ride, and went back to the bus station, put back on my comfy clothes, and took the Greyhound back to Minnesota. And so, as you probably can guess, I never heard from those people again. They took my money, and I never heard from them again. And then when I tried to look them up, like a few years later, they had like changed their name and everything. So super, super sketchy. And I think I learned two things from that experience. One, like I said at the beginning, if someone's like, give me money and I will help you, I'm very, very cautious of those kind of things now, because a lot of people prey on people who are looking to make a living as a creative, and just try to squeeze money out of you. And so yeah, so if you're someone who thinks that paying for something is going to be your golden ticket, I recommend no, because I got taken advantage of, and I don't want you guys to be either. And then two, what I learned was to follow my gut on things, because I really wanted to go. I still haven't gone to the Bluebird Cafe. I don't know if people get like just discovered there anymore. Probably not. But just for my own experience, like it would have been nice to go, and I just let this stranger who I thought had power tell me where to go, and I shouldn't have done that. Like I should have gone where I wanted to go and had the experience that I wanted to experience. So yeah. So with the whole like Hard Out Here song, like I relate to the whole like being looked over thing and not being treated well. Another example of this is in my early 20s as well. I remember submitting a song to this, there was this guy online who had like a major credit on a pop song that I knew, and like a pop artist that is really famous. And he was literally banking his whole career on this one credit he had, and he was using it to be seen as a professional songwriter, and was having people submit stuff to him for him to critique. And so like I paid him to critique one of my songs so I could find out if I was like a good songwriter. And basically what he did is just tell me it was like the worst song ever, and I was never going to be an artist, and if I really wanted to be an artist, that I should be writing songs like Taylor Swift. One, nothing wrong with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is famous and successful because she's Taylor Swift. And so me being a copy of Taylor Swift is just silly to me because there's already a Taylor Swift. Like, there doesn't need to be a copy of Taylor Swift. And then two, it was like no constructive feedback. Like, all it was just like, you're awful and why are you doing this? And for those of you who are curious, the song I submitted to him was a song called Goodbye Sweet One. And I have it on my YouTube channel, and I still really love that song because like, I wrote it about like a real experience. And so yeah, that really tore me up for a while because I didn't think he was true. I didn't think it was right. Like, I just was like, this isn't how you treat people. Like, if they're paying you to critique their work, then you shouldn't just be telling them they're the most awful musician, artist ever, you know? And so, yeah, I took that and I was like, you know what? He's wrong. I do have the ability to write music. Is it for everybody? No, because music is one of those things where it's a preference. Like, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so the stuff that I write might not connect with everybody, and that's okay. So, and two, I probably did have space to learn and grow, and I still do have space to learn and grow, but like, there's a way to tell people that and like coach them in a way that is kind. So all that to say, the song Hard Out Here by RAYE, I've had those experiences of like being treated as inferior as an artist and people being like, you're never going to be anything. And I'm just like, you know what? I believe in what I'm creating and I love what I'm creating. And eventually I feel like people are going to catch on and be like, this woman is creating some really cool stuff. So, yeah, so I wanted to talk through that because I think that's a very big reason why I've connected with RAYE's album as a whole, and then Hard Out Here in particular. Whew, all right, we got through one song, but it's okay. It's okay. A lot of this stuff is actually a repeat. So number 2, Bliss by Tyla is a repeat. Number 3, Warm by Ariana Grande is a repeat. Revolving Door by Tank McRae is a repeat. Bust It Down by RAYE on that album is number 5. Oh, and oh my goodness, guys, I love that this song is about busting it, but it's like a gospel song. It's so good. It's so good. Why by Luke Combs is, no, not Luke, it's featuring Luke Combs. It's by John Bellion. Why is a repeat. My Love is a repeat. Dose by Sierra is a repeat. Flip a Switch by RAYE is new as well, and that is off of that album I was just talking to you guys about. Balloon by Tyler, the Creator, featuring Doechii. So this is a repeat, and I want to let you guys know I did listen through this album too, and Balloon's my favorite song off the album, and so I think this song is going to continue to show up in this playlist. End of Time by Beyonce is a repeat. Tushwala Bam is a repeat. 5 Star Hotel is new, and off that RAYE album. This one was one where I listened through the album and there were a bunch of songs that I started listening to on repeat right away, you know, like Bust It Down and Hard Out Here and Flip a Switch. But then later on, when I listened to the album a second time, I was like, wait a second, this is like a cool dance track. And so I started to think about what this would look like from a choreography standpoint and just started like dancing to the song whenever it was on. So yeah, 5 Star Hotels is definitely a solid track as well. Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande is a repeat. Baby Bluebird is a repeat. Ready to Love is a repeat. Oscar Winning Tears is a repeat. Like I said, it's been there a while. As Is Am by Ed Sheeran. Guys, okay. So this is a repeat as well. But I just peeked because I saw that Ed Sheeran released another music video for Sapphire, and I was like, oh, okay, the album must be coming out soon. No, it's not coming out until September. What is this? No. So that makes me sad. I thought for sure, just because of the timing of the single releases, that we were going to be getting the full album like this month, but he's making us wait another 2 months. So I'm sure it's going to be great. So I just thought it was going to be my summer album, and I'm upset, but I'm going to be fine. Fire by Alessia Cara is a repeat. Too Much to Say is a repeat. Ice Cream Man by RAYE is new, and another song that, like, very soon after listening to the whole album, this was one that was on repeat. And then Slow Mo is a repeat. And then Braveface by Halle. Chloe and Halle. It's Halle. So Braveface by Halle is a new song by her, and actually this is the song that got me to listen to RAYE's album, because Braveface is co-written by RAYE, and she also wrote another one of Haley's singles that got released a while ago. What's it called? Because I Love You, which I really like as well. And it was one of those ones where when I heard Because I Love You, I heard the backing tracks and I was like, that sounds like RAYE. And then I looked it up, and RAYE was a co-writer for this song. And then when I saw Braveface on my YouTube feed, I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is RAYE. Like, this is another co-writing session with RAYE. And then she shows up in the music video. And so for those of you who don't know, a lot of your favorite artists are also songwriters, and they will write a bunch of stuff that doesn't end up on their own projects. Either because it doesn't fit with their projects thematically, or maybe it's a different genre than they normally do. And so what a lot of artists do is if they really like a song and it's good, they'll pitch it to another artist, or they'll actually have like writing sessions with artists who like their style, and the artist is like, hey, I really like what you're doing, can we write together? And so that happens a lot too. And so I've been noticing that RAYE has been getting tapped to do things like that. And so, yeah, RAYE has done a couple of songwriting sessions with Halle, and Braveface is one of them. And it's a beautiful song. I really like it. Nobody is a repeat. Like Jenny is a repeat. Blue is Flame. Unce is a repeat. Grave is a repeat. Confetti is a repeat. Drive and Disconnect is a repeat. And then lastly, In My Arms by Millennium is new. I think I briefly talked about it in my last episode, being like, it's coming. But Millennium, so I am one of those people who will listen to dubstep on YouTube. There's like it's a rabbit hole. Like, you can search dubstep on YouTube, and there's playlists upon playlists of people remixing songs that don't actually end up on streaming services for whatever reason, like licensing reasons or whatever. And so I listen to a lot of dubstep on YouTube. And Millennium is an artist that I discovered through that, because he did a remix of a song and it showed up on one of the playlists I was listening to, and then I saw that he releases his own music. And so there's a few different songs I really like by him. And then this song in particular, In My Arms, was a new single of his. So I saw it come out and I was like, oh, I should give it a listen. And I really like it. So he does a really good job of finding strong vocalists to sing on his tracks. And then he does all the fancy like beats and stuff. So, all right, I made it through all the way. Thanks for listening, everybody. I will do another one in about a month. And until then, let me know if you're listening to these playlists and if there's any songs that you like, or drop a song in the comments that you think I should listen to, because it would be really cool if my fan base like exposes me to music that they think I would like. I have a few people in my life that do that for me, where they're like, Amara, we know that you like the big dramatic songs, we know you like the singer-songwriter stuff, we know, and they'll just like send me stuff that they think I might like, and then they kind of wait patiently to see like, did we get it? Do you like it? So it's kind of like a fun game for people. So yeah, if there's music you think that I would really enjoy, or you think I should check out, put that in the comments and I'll take a look, and then it might show up in my playlist next month. So all right, I'm gonna go on my walk now. That was super out of context. You have no clue what I'm talking about. Prior to this episode, I was trying to decide if I was gonna go on a walk before recording this, and I was like, no, let's record it first and then you can go on your walk. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn this off, I'm gonna upload it, and then I'm gonna go on my walk, and it's gonna be a good time. So all right, thanks for listening. Bye everybody.